Mark my words, I'm about to change your life. Bit of an exaggeration, but you're going to love this, I promise. So we're going to look at one particular add-on, really, for everybody. One add-on specifically for feral druids, and then a few add-ons that you're probably already familiar with, but these add-ons you will want for TBC. But the first one is an absolute banger. And at the time of recording this, looking at CurseForge, it's only had about 15k downloads, which is not a lot in the grand scheme of things. So I think there'll be a lot of people that are not aware of this, and I'll be completely honest, I was only made aware of it purely because of a YouTube comment, and then I looked at it and was like, mind blown. But before we get into that, obviously, make sure you like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think about this main add-on that I'm going to probably spend the most time talking about before we get on to everything else. But do, please, let me know. And one final reason to subscribe. So I've had a gaming company reach out that are premium. I'm going to say they make extremely premium quality products, and they want to give our community 3 prizes out, basically. So that's going to be a headset, a mic, just a standalone mic, and a mouse to 3 of yous. That is going to come in a future video, but in the very, very near future. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss the video when we announce this giveaway. So the first add-on that I want to talk about that has absolutely blown my mind is Attune. Attune. Why does that sound weird when I'm saying it? So Attune is basically an attunement tracker, as you would expect. The easiest way for me to talk you through what this is show you in game. So let's jump in. Now, all you have to do once you've got it installed is type Attune and bring it up. Now, like you can see, I've already been looking at the Burning Crusade bits already, so this is what I mean. It's already in the game. It's here now in Classic. You can actually start looking and planning your attunements for TBC. Obviously, you have got your normal attunement, so your MC, Oni, Blackwing Lair, blah, blah, blah. But obviously, we're not focused on any of that, so we can get rid of that and focus on this. So let's talk about your Karazhan Achievement. So it will guide you through exactly what you need to do, and it tells you where you need to go. So some of these have actually got waypoints on. Now, Shattered Halls is probably the best one to look at. So located at the Forge 6736 on the northern side of the Black Temple building. So it walks you through, for example, here, how to get the key to get in Shattered Halls. And it even tells you that only one person in the group needs to have the key. A rogue with 350 picklocking can also open the gate. They should also add that a warlock could technically kill themselves, run back on the other side of the gate and open it, but never mind. But so a rogue with 350 picklocking can open it, but it also talks you through Alcatraz, so how to get the Alcatraz key, and as you can see, it's quite an extensive quest to probably try and keep track of, but at least using this, it tells you exactly where you need to go, what you need to do, whether it's a solo quest, a group quest. All in all, a fantastic add-on. But if you thought that was it, you just thought, oh, all right, so it tracks my attunements, great, I could do that online or whatever on a spreadsheet. That's good, but you can do it in-game, and in-game is better. But what makes it even better is the fact that you can actually track it in-game, but your guild's attunements as well. So you go to survey and then look at your guild, and you can now see, obviously no one in my guild's actually got it, but you put a guild survey out and then you can see who is attuned to what percentage of the way through the attunement they are. And then this means now, as a guild leader, it makes it very, very easy for you to see who needs time spent with them, you know, who's lacking behind on their TK attunement or on their SSC attunement, and then find out where they're at by looking on this add-on, getting them in a group and saying, look, sort your life out, mate, you're going to be left out of the raid next week, let's get you attuned. As you can see, that is a solid add-on, and I would install it now. Why wait till TBC? Get it now. I know you're not really going to be tracking anything at the moment, but you can at least have it ready, start planning what you're going to do. It does also show the other attunements, as in like your heroics, so it will tell you which ones you've got the key for, so it will track if the item's in your bag and show that you are attuned. So if for some reason you happen to get a key when you were drunk one night or something like that, definitely sounds like something I would do. Now at least you'll remember when you wake up in the morning and you check, you haven't got to look in your bag, you can just look on your add-on. I mean, that's beautiful. As I say, all in all, solid add-on, and I wanted to spread the word about it because it's beautiful. But let's move on to the feral add-on that I was talking about. So if you are a feral druid and you don't use, actually, if you're a rogue as well, really, rogues and ferals alike should be using this add-on because it's audible. And by audible, I mean you hear it. So rather than looking at your screen, obviously the complexities in TBC raiding is probably a bit of a step up from Classic on some bosses. So you want to spend more time focusing on what you're doing on the fight and less time staring at your bars, looking at how much energy you've got, how many combo points you've got. So with Here Kitty, the best way to show you is, again, in-game. So I'll just run out of Tannerus real quick, but Here Kitty will basically make audible sounds each time you get a combo point. So we're going to need game sounds on for this, obviously, so you can actually hear exactly what I'm talking about. Hopefully it's not too loud. But when you attack one of these, you'll see, obviously, when I get a combo point, I can hear it. So I know I'm on 4. I don't need to physically look at the screen. You can just hear it goes, you know, and then when you hear that dun-dun-dun noise, that means they've reset, so you're back at 0. But you do a pounce, you hear that you got 1 combo point. A shred, you got 2 combo points. That was a double, you heard it go up twice. And then that's 5. And then obviously, when you heard it reset. So it's a fairly straightforward add-on, but once you start using it, it will change your life. Because it really is that good. You know, as in not having to worry about how many combo... I'm going to die in game, hang on. That's better. So not having to worry about staring at a bar when you could be looking at your character or could be looking at the boss or looking at something more relevant than your combo points. Now, I'm not saying your combo points are not relevant. Of course they're relevant. That's why we're using an add-on to track it. But Here Kitty, massively recommend for any combo point using class. Rogues and Druids. I'll briefly touch on weak auras. If you don't use weak auras already because you think it might be a bit complicated, then maybe this might clear that stigma up for you. But if you don't know what weak auras is, you probably should by now. Just saying. So weak auras is basically a fully customizable pack that you can track boss mechanics. It will play audible sounds if you want it to, or flash alerts up on the screen, or track your own abilities, cooldowns, trinket procs, like you name it, you can track it. You can even track your energy bar, rage bar, you know, in a more customizable way. So it's really good, really customizable. But you probably look at it and you're like, as soon as you open it up, you're like, I'll show you. As soon as you type WA, you're probably looking at it like, oh my god, I need a degree in like physics or something to be able to actually do any of this. Well, no you don't, because there's guys who know exactly what they're doing. By all means, you should play about with it and at least become competent with it so you can make your own smaller weak auras, but some of these get really, really advanced. So the best thing to do is to go on wago.io and then you can literally look through here. So there's LVUI, OPI, there's, you know, all these, but you want to go for classic weak auras. Now you can literally just look at ones that people have already made and use them, bring them into the game. So I'll show you literally how easy that would be. So if we went for a Feral Druid weak aura set, we can see this one. So this is my Feral Druid cooldown ability tracker. So we could just go with this one straight away and see what this looks like. So we quite literally just click on it, copy the import string. That's it, it's done. We can now jump into the game and then import, and we will then paste what we've just copied, and it now shows you it's a dynamic group. It shows you exactly what we're going to have there, so all the cooldowns. We'll import that group, bang, it's there. And, you know, that looks very, very nice and tidy. We can see exactly what it shows, and we can then move it to wherever we want it. So let's say we put it here. We'll see what this looks like. I've never used this one before, but we'll use that. We'll have it there. And then if we go and fight something, we can then see exactly what it looks like, because I don't know. But look, straight away, I've used my dash. I've used my Tiger's Fury. Both of them are showing nice cooldowns there. Then maybe if we go bear and we maybe charge, we can see that's on cooldown. We can use our bash. We see that's on cooldown. You know, it's a very nice set. As I'm using these cooldowns, you can see exactly what it's doing. So you can make a nice UI out of this, and you could technically get rid of all of these at the bottom. And that's just the first one we've looked at. So you can see, you know, people spend hours, literally hours, making these and sharing them with you. So having a quick look through that website and seeing, you know, what ones suit your needs, or one you like the sound of, or you might even be looking for something very, very specific. And once you've had a look on there, you know, searched for, I don't know, MCP, for manual crowd pummelers, for ferals, for example, you know, you'll be able to find what you want fairly quickly, copy the string, import it into the game. You've got yourself a nice UI without even having to do anything. I'm not going to show you this one because I'd imagine everybody knows what it is, but in TBC you're still going to want some form of boss mods, so either DBM or bigwigs or whatever you choose to use. I mean, a lot of people use like DBM but alongside weak auras, so they have specific weak auras set up for bosses. We're definitely going to see that in TBC, and it's definitely something that I'm going to be working on during the beta to actually make really good weak auras ready for you guys to use. But DBM or something like that is just a necessary. You know, you need that. Moving on to the next add-on, it's a really quick one, and I can't really show you. I could show you some screenshots, but you're going to understand just by me telling you anyway. You've got Rating Buster. So as you know, when we go into TBC, or should I say when we go into the pre-patch, it's going to change from percentage to rating. So no longer is it 2% crit, it's 28 crit rating. Basically, this add-on just shows you what the percentage of it is still at your level. So at level 60, it would still show 2% crit, even though it's the crit rating. But that's why it's called Rating Buster, because it's just converting the new rating system into the old percentage values. If that's something that you find more sort of digestible, you know, to actually look at, you understand it more when you're looking at a percentage value rather than a rating. So that's called Rating Buster. Another one, again, that I don't really need to show you, and you could be using this in Classic already. If you are, then you know how good it is. If you're not, then you need to download it to see how good it is. But Gtfo, which stands for Get the you know what it stands for. So Gtfo basically spams your earphones. Spam's probably a bad word. Makes loads and loads of noise when you're stood in bad things, so you know you need to get out. So if you're stood in a particular type of ground AoE that you shouldn't be stood in, again, I'm all about audible gameplay. The more I can focus on what I'm doing, the less likelihood there is of making mistakes. So I like to hear as much as possible. That's why my weak auras that I make as well are always quite audible. So that's Gtfo. If you don't use it already, make sure you get it and start getting used to it, because in TBC you're probably going to find it extremely useful. Now the last one I am going to have to show you in game, but you may use this already because it's a really good automation tool. It's probably the way I would use it. It automates a lot of things for you in game, basically. So that's Liatrix Plus. So if we type /LTP, so you can see all the things that Liatrix Plus can actually do. So automation wise, it automates quests. Gossip, so it skips through gossip. You can have it auto accept summons, accept reses, so you haven't got, it's just removing the need to click on anything. You can have it sell junk automatically every time you go to a vendor. You can have it repair your gear automatically every time you go to a vendor. You've got social things to block jewels, party invites, friend requests, party from friends, invites from whispers, you know, all these sort of things that you can do. So this invite from whispers, as long as someone types the word inv, it will automatically invite them to the group, just so you know. Lots of things for chat, but you can see, oh, hiding error message is another good one. So there's a lot of things that you can do with this. It's like 100 little add-ons all in one big add-on. You know, things that you would probably download, like an auto repair add-on or an auto vendor add-on, whereas you get Liatrix Plus and it's got everything all combined into one. And that's all the add-ons I wanted to talk about. Now, I appreciate we've flown through this and we've flown through it with a purpose, but if you've stayed till the end again, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, because the giveaway that's going to be coming up in the next few days is going to be epic. You have not seen anything like this on this channel before, I promise you. So if you want to be in with a chance, make sure you come back. Peace out.